Hello and welcome, everyone. I appreciate you taking the time away from your schedule to join us today. I am Diane Burgess. I am the Product Manager for 2020 Insight. Also on the phone, I have Jeff Kozlowski. He's the Director of Development for 2020 Insight. This is just a high-level PowerPoint overview of a sampling of some of the new enhancements we have added to 2020 Insight in 2017. And I do want to close with a look at what's coming for 2020 Insight in 2018. So with that, I'll get started. I do want to ensure that you're aware that an overview deck and release notes are produced and distributed with every 2020 Insight release so that you do have access to this information in real time. If you're currently not receiving them or would you like to see the information in a different format, please just let me know. It's produced in an effort to keep you informed and ensure that, that what we're doing adds value. So if you like it in a different format, I want to see something else, just let me know. So I wanted to start with in 2017, 2020 Insight released three service packs, 10.5 in February, 10.6 in June, 10.7 in October. Which is every 4 months. That included over 150 product enhancements. In large part, many of these enhancements come directly from you, our customers. We appreciate your passion about the software, and we want to continue to learn your wants and needs and get them incorporated into our releases. We are planning to release a new version 11 in midsummer of 2018, and I will speak briefly to that in closing. So the release highlights for 2017, I'll just go over some of them to give you a flavor for how we're improving and incorporating them. So we incorporated several enhancements around attributes, which as you know are key to the flexibility of our software. We added hyperlink capabilities, which allows you to link to external sources, such as external websites or OneNote. Also with attributes, we added the ability to allow custom attributes to be placed anywhere on a form, as opposed to it just being in a designated tab. So if you can see here, if you right-click to show the form customization button, and this is this new little yellow highlight right here, the new user button in yellow is for custom defined attributes. Also, buying group attributes are also now available to be used in price rules, which allows the sales orders to inherit attribute values from buying groups. The example is showing here the creation of defining an attribute for a buying group, that the buying group is being used on the sales order, and that showing the sales order attribute inherits the buying group attribute. So in addition to attributes, we have now incorporated web services, which is a software system designed to support interoperable machine-to-machine interactions over a network, into 2020 Insight. And we created the infrastructure and the interface to validate price and import standard 2020 Insight sales orders via external systems. As we have and are evolving this, we are adding standard sales order endpoints to the software. While to date this has been utilized pretty much all with sales orders, we will continue to expand as other customer needs arise. So this slide is showing that through in response, this slide shows where the service type web services is added. I want to also point out that for security purposes, we have added authentication so that you can restrict and or ensure endpoints by 2020 Insight user groups. So you have the control and the flexibility of who does what there. And then the web services form, where you define the host service, define the endpoints, and execute the action. Another significant addition to 2020 Insight this year is the addition of remnant management to our true shape nesting. This allows you to achieve tighter inventory control and optimize yield results by supporting the creation and consumption of remnants. The image is showing remnant nest, remnant item, and remnant lot. We have added alternate bill of materials to nest all material sizes and remnants in the nesting algorithm. And once the pattern is processed, the bill of materials is updated in 2020 Insight to reflect actual material consumption. Generic rules-based matrices were created also to simplify the creation and maintenance of complex formula functions used in item components, features and options, price rules, and operations and work centers. And this is showing the lookup matrix formula and the matrix value set, where that is coming from. In addition, in purchase demand, we now offer the ability to change buy items to make items. So you can go from PTO to MTO and MTO to PTO via this new button that was added in purchase demand. We have also added fields from 2020 construct workgroup section for use in drill option rule definition. So the flexibility in defining expression-based logic is now enhanced, allowing you the option to use workgroup definition fields when required. The image shown is machine configuration and drill options, where you add that in. In addition, in sales orders, with the addition of new costing views, we now provide cost roll-ups at the order level as well as at the project level. So this gives you increased visibility into your margins. So you see this all rolls up here in the highlighted area. In BOM processing, we added new functionality to restructure the bill of materials using templates to create consolidated hardware and accessory packages for shipping. So enabled in system configuration, product and process system configuration, product and process management, and then the section shown in yellow is where you enable it. This slide is showing how implemented in order line instances, the item number, and then the item. In addition, in shop floor, we now offer support for purchase order receipts by barcode scan. And we have improved upon adding control restrictions to any user form and generic solution that allows form control to be optionally enforced via conditions. So the image shows that the sales orders and the project fields, you add form control via field properties, and then shows setting the restrictions required by your business. Another product enhancement in 2017 was project volume and weight are now available to be used for shipment planning. So in this slide, it shows where the truck is set up, for truck capacity, where you set up the truck capacity. And the next slide shows that as the items are picked, or as you pick the items to fill the truck, it is showing the changes to the volume and weight up here as it compares to the capacity. And then finally, when you're full and ready to ship, it shows that the items picked to fill the truck shows the changes to volume and weight. And in this example, it's actually showing red to show that it has been overfilled, so you can make the adjustments accordingly before going out. We have also now added the ability to use classic pricing and price rules mode in purchase orders. So this example is showing traditional pricing versus rules-based pricing, and now you can use a mixture of both, which allows you to build a more complex pricing into your system. This is assigned at the vendor level. In project module, We now offer the ability to add sales orders directly from the projects form. And we created a new tool on the rights form toolbar that simplifies the process of creating new custom forms. In product version, we now allow the same product identity to be used for multiple product versions. You can see where you pick the version and you can use it multiple times in different ways. Improvements were made to actions. We added a Where Used tab and a Find Related link to the action trees. This allows you to know all the places in a workflow where an action is deployed. In addition, we added a formula trace dialog that allows you to troubleshoot the execution of configurable formulas. And finally, we implemented additional improvements to the projects for projects with multiple sales orders. You can now add attributes that you can choose to cascade to all orders in the project. This adds an additional layer of control to your projects. So again, this is just to give a flavor of the types of enhancements and some of the things that we have added in 2017. And now we can look at some of the things we're planning on doing in 2018. What I want to show is 2020 Insight Roadmap at a high level for 2018. One thing that you will notice is the months is the release cadences. You will notice that we are changing from 2017 every 4 months. In 2018, we will go on a 3-month cadence for service pack releases, and we will move to a biannual, so every other year major release, with a major release, version 11, coming out in June of 2018. As with all roadmaps, the information contained is subject to change without notice. I am an advocate of keeping our customer base informed, and we'll be happy at any time to go through the current roadmap with you at your request. So as you can see, version 10.8 will be released at the end of January 2018, and will include a new construct version, construct 13. There are significant changes and enhancements to the drawing manager in construct 13, and I will have new decks available that will go out that shows what's new upon release, and we'll go into the new features in construct 13 in greater detail. Version 11 will be released at the end of June 2018 as a new major release. Some of the new additions will include a modernization of the user interface, including new icons and new themes. Version 11 will require upgrade to SQL 2017, and version 11 will be our launch of our 2020 Insight Mobility apps. And I'm sure many of you have already heard about our mobility apps, but as the manufacturing community continues to evolve, there are several market drivers that are moving us to mobility. They include bring your own devices continues to grow in the workforce. Remote workforces are more and more common today in today's businesses. The industrial Internet of Things is building the framework for connected devices. It's become a business imperative. And Industry 4.0 is driving this new innovation as well. So we will be coming out with 3 initial apps, Field Sales, Business Intelligence, and then to go along with a new service and installation module that we will be releasing in version 11. We will also have a field service app. Later in the year, we will be adding a shop floor app as well, intended for 11.1, which will be at the end of September. Added value to our customer base is the potential to lower shop floor hardware costs, the innovation to your factory, and improved customer service to your end customers. And with that, I want to thank you for your time and thank you for your business. I want to remind you that I'm available to and look forward to working with you more directly in 2018. And finally, we wish you all a happy holiday and a happy New Year.